distance will be recorded. So now going to next scenario, after completion of the SQL Server installation, we have to go for post installation checks. Post installation means suppose you got some task like installation of the SQL Server. You are done with installation successfully. You know that installation is successfully completed. You know that very well. But somebody asking you, so whether you are done with installation or not, show me some evidence. So in that situation, what to do? How you can provide evidence? In the same way, after completion of the SQL Server installation, we have to go for some configurations. So what are the configurations there? What are the configurations there? And how to go for configurations? That and all we have to do. See, in the same way in SQL Server, I mean, after completion of the SQL Server installation, if you want to complete any task, I mean, if you have to connect it to SQL Server, you have to perform operations, kind of, right? So for that, we need tool. The tool name is Management Studio. Of course, I already installed SQL Server and Management Studio in my laptop. I'm just going to open Management Studio now. Okay, right. Wait. Generally, Management Studio takes time to open. Please wait. Right here, we opened Management Studio. Just click on connect button. Of course, while connecting to Management Studio, we have to consider some security related scenarios. Login name, password, kind of scenarios will be there. But they're all we are going to discuss because we are just in the beginning only. So don't worry about those things. So now, coming to next step. So post installation, you are done in installation. You are done with installation successfully. After completion of the installation, to go for post installation checks. What are the post installation checks there? See, we have to check services of SQL Server. In the same way, we have to check error logs of the SQL Server. In the same way, we have to check summary file, summary.txt, text file, right? So services means what happens, suppose you installed SQL Server in some computer, some services will be created for that. Not only SQL Server, you go for any software. You take some software and you install it in SQL Server. What happens, some services will be created for that software in operating system. It is mandatory. In the same way, you are going to install SQL Server software in Windows operating system. That means what happens, some services will be created for that, right? Some services will be created. So you have to check those services, whether services created or not. services are working fine or not. So these are the checks you need to perform. Otherwise, how can you say SQL server successfully completed, installation successfully completed? Okay, that's fine. Installation completed. After completion of the installation, it should run, right? So is it running or not? That also we need to check. Am I right or not? Okay. So this is the way. So next step, error logs. Error. When we look at that name error, we feel like only errors. No. That is not correct. See, error logs means not only error messages. Along with error messages, succeed messages, failure messages, warning messages. Right. Along with the failure messages, warning messages, succeed messages, different types of messages will be there. So everything is going to store in error log. See, what is DBA? Tell me. What is database administration? It is pure supporting role. You are working as DBA means you are working in support environment. That's what I discussed in introduction class. Support means what? Every day you are going to receive some tickets from the client. After receiving tickets, you have to resolve them. Ticket means what? Error message. Whatever the error message we are receiving from the client, that is called as ticket. Okay, that is called as ticket. So now suppose you received some ticket, that means you received some error from the client. You have to check it, right? You have to understand the error, then only you can go for resolution. Without checking error, without understanding error, how can you work with error? How can you resolve error? Tell me. It is not possible, right? So because of that reason, what we do, we are going to check error logs. So in the same as summary file means it contains complete information regarding SQL Server, whatever you installed in this particular computer. So computer, we also call it as box. In real-time environment, we call computer as box. Box means what? Physical computer. Okay, na? Generally, some terminologies, some confusions will be there. We will try to avoid those confusions, everything from the beginning only. Okay, na? That's why box, we call it as box. Box means computer only, your server only. Okay, physical computer. How your laptop there, same way. Okay, na? So coming to next scenario. So let us see these things practically. Let's go to services check. Under services check, what we are doing, we are going to work with Windows operating system services. So for that, in search button, type it as services. See this. So now we connected to Windows operating system services. Here scroll down, you can see SQL server related services. See that this is my server service, agent service, and a browser service. What are the services we need to check after completion of the SQL server installation? Server service, agent service, browser service. Okay, na? What you need to check here? Running or not? Service is running or not? So server service is running, agent service is running, browser service is also running. You remember like we can go for multiple instances of the SQL server installation in the computer. So for every instance of the SQL server installation, we can provide separate name. Okay, na? We can provide separate name. Here, suppose in this laptop you see, you can like Kesto 1, Kesto 2, Kesto 3, three different services there, right? Okay, na? Three different services I installed. Please check. For every instance of SQL server installation, we got separate server service, separate agent service, but browser service is common. Please check it. Take time and check, no problem. So browser service is common for the servers, whatever, the instances, whatever you installed in the computer. Okay, clear? So now in the same way, we can also check services by using SQL Server Configuration Manager. See, if you go to Windows, what happens, you know, all softwares related services will be there in this Windows. All, because it is operating system environment, right? So if you want to check with only SQL Server, go to Configuration Manager. No, wait. Configuration Manager not opening. What happened? Yeah, see that now it is opening. See that this is server service, agent service, browser service. Separate services created. Okay, na? But in this window, what happens? We can see only SQL Server related services. We cannot see other services. Okay, na? This is the way. See that every service is running. Okay, right. So now let's go to error logs. In SQL Server environment, all of you give me 5 minutes. Some announcement is coming. To worst case. Okay, right, Alap. I'm sorry. So in Management Studio, go to SQL Server Agent. go to error logs. So here we can see error logs, different days. You can see dates also. But generally, what we do, we open current error log. Or else, as per the requirement, you can go to that particular date related error log also. Go to SQL Server left side, see complete information. I said like error logs means not only error messages, succeed messages, failure messages, warning messages, different types of messages will be there. That is what error logs. Okay. So here from this location we can check error logs, close it, or we can go to Windows operating system tool called as a event viewer. Event viewer is not SQL Server tool. Event viewer is operating system tool, Windows operating system tool only. Open this tool. So it is loading, it takes some time, please wait. Here, see that still it is loading. Right. Wait. Go to application left side here. See that suppose this is the sir. This is the information. Suppose you click on this event, this is the information. See that what is that login failed for some user. It is clearly showing. So this is the way like how we check error logs. We can check error logs by using a management studio. In the same, you can also check error logs by using event viewer. But event viewer tool is Windows operating system tool. So along with SQL Server, other softwares related scenarios also available in this. Remember, please. Okay, na? So this is the way like how we are working with the error logs. In the same way, what is the root path of the SQL Server installation? Actually, root path of the SQL Server is C drive. Generally, we go and install SQL Server in C drive only, right? In C drive, go to program files. Inside program files, you can see Microsoft SQL Server. See that I selected that path. That is the root path of the SQL Server installation. So after that, you can see some other folders. 8.0 SQL Server 2000, 9.0 2005, 10.0. 10.0 is not there. 11.0 2012, 13.0 2016, 14.0 2017, 15.0 2019. So version related folders, but forget about them because we installed 2019 in this laptop. 150 folder, 15.0 folder will be there. Open this folder. Go to setup bootstrap log. Under log, you can see summary file. Open this summary file. See this. So this file contains complete information regarding SQL Server installation. Okay, na? Complete information regarding SQL Server installation. So this is the way, like how we are working with the SQL Server. Okay, here. So post installation checks. Suppose somebody asking you, give me evidence like you have done with SQL Server installation successfully. So for that, you can go to that location, summary file. You can copy that information available in summary file and you can send it to the client so that they can understand installation successfully completed kind of. Okay. So this is the way. Coming to next scenario. Now configurations. After completion of the SQL Server installations, there are some configurations, especially memory. Memory means what? RAM. For example, after completion of the SQL Server installation, some amount of RAM will be allocated for SQL Server from your computer. Okay, some amount of the RAM will be allocated for SQL Server from your computer. So let's go to right click on your server name like this, go to properties. In this window you can see memory. See that memory minimum 0, maximum some value is there, and that is there in MBs. Please check it. Memory is there in MBs, right? See, memory allocation for SQL Server minimum 0, maximum 80% of the RAM existing in the computer. Okay, minimum 0, maximum 80% of the RAM existing in the computer. But one thing, generally in computer RAM will be there in the form of GBs, gigabytes. Sometimes it will be there in the form of terabytes. Okay, na? So you have to convert that RAM into MBs. That's why I clearly showed there MBs. We have to convert them into MBs, megabytes, then only we can allocate. Minimum 0, maximum 80%. In the same way, your important point is remaining 20%. I said 0 to 80% for SQL Server minimum maximum RAM. What about remaining 20%? Remaining 20% we are going to allocate for operating system, because not only SQL Server, operating system has to run, right? So if operating system is not working, then how can you work with SQL Server? It's not possible, right? So operating system is working, then only SQL Server works. Otherwise, SQL Server will not work, right? That is what the scenario is. Okay. We have to check with security part also. See here, you can see authentications. Only Windows authentication, SQL Server and Windows authentication also there. Only suppose at the time of SQL Server installation, you can see some scenario like mixed mode in security. If you select mixed mode there, then Windows authentication and SQL Server authentication will work. If you are not selecting mixed mode there, what happens? Only Windows authentication will work. SQL Server authentication will not work. That is the problem. So generally we have to work with Windows authentication logins and SQL Server authentication logins. It is mandatory for us. We need Windows authentication logins in the same way SQL Server authentication logins also. That's mandatory for us. That's why there we select mixed mode at the time of SQL installation. So if you are not selecting mixed mode, here you get only Windows authentication. If you select mixed mode there, here you will get SQL Server and Windows authentication mode. Otherwise, what happens, only Windows authentication login will work. SQL authentication login will not work. But it is mandatory for us. We have to work with every type of login, that is mandatory for us. Okay, na? So now coming to next scenario. Here, once go to database settings also. Under database settings, especially compressed backup, you have to check. Compressed backup means when we are going to execute backups, we can do compression. Compression means what happens? File size will be reduced. Okay, backup file size will be reduced. That is what compression. Okay. So now coming to next step. If you enable compressed backup here, every backup will be compressed. Otherwise, while executing backup itself, you have to select compression. While executing backup itself, you have to go for compression. Remember these points carefully. Okay. So in the same way, up to SQL Server 2012, along with SQL Server installation, we get management studio. Of course, 2014 also. Yes, 2014 also. But 2016, 2017, and 2019 versions, You have to go for SQL Server installation in the beginning. After that only you can go for Management Studio. I mean, separate installations. SQL Server separate installation. Management Studio is separate installation. Okay, na? You have to do separate installations. That is what the scenario. So you have to remember all these points. And because I can say just we have done with only introduction part. Installation also done in only Prudvi's laptop, right, Prudvi? We did installation in our laptop, right? So Kranti and Parmeshwar. So we have not installed SQL Server in our laptops.
Yes, sir.
But I'll do one thing. I will share my. I think I already given my email ID.
Yes.
I received from somebody. Here again, I'm giving you my email ID. If you send test mail to this email ID, I can share software download link. You can see in chat my email ID. Okay, from there you can vadde.suresh@hotmail.com. That is my email ID. vadde.suresh@hotmail.com. So send it and I'll share software download links. And the next request from my end is actually what happened? This recording is not stopped. I'm in village right now. I'm attending some function, but there is some network issue as well as some noise issue also there. So let's do one thing. Generally, I take classes Monday to Friday only. Saturday, Sunday, no class. But this Saturday also we have done class today. So next we will start from Tuesday. Monday I'll be there in the journey. That's why if you don't mind, we can start from Tuesday without any issues. By Tuesday I'll be there in Hyderabad. So without any voice issue or without any network issue, we can do the classes without any interruption. Is that okay? Parmeshwar, Prudvi and Kranti.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Tuesday morning 8 o'clock onwards we'll continue. That's better, I think.
Okay,
Parmeshwar
sir.
and Prudvi, you are muted. Unmute or message me. Okay. Right then. See you on Tuesday. Tuesday morning 8 o'clock India time. Right. Bye.